All right, welcome back to Annenberg Acres. Thanks for being here. New video coming at you. The little one, the wife, would like a tack box, like a cupboard to hold your stuff for horses. We have stuff like this hanging around, tack stuff here. You know, it's just like all over the place. Another bunch of stuff stuck down here, you know, by the door on the way out. It's kind of another little spot I just made her throw her reins and things. And then a couple of saddles up here on the shelf with all the other, you know, garbage and stuff. That's not very good, right? A lot of my oils and whatnot, oils and emollients. So I thought I would throw her together something like this. I bought a couple of sheets of plywood, and I was looking for my good sawhorses, and all I could find were these old junkers. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to straighten these out or look for my good ones. Where could they be? What do we got here? Compressor, chop saw, bandsaw, tools, cupboard, all kinds of hiding places. More tools, welder, gas welder, polisher, tools. Oh, what do I spy down there? I think I set this up. I didn't. I thought these were out in the shed. I was looking out in the shed for quite a while. Couldn't find them. Yeah, there they are. So you yank those noisy guys out of there. I did a video of putting this together. This has been a cool ride. You can sit down on it instead of standing up and breaking your hip and falling off. The kids still use it around on the road and stuff here. And I follow them on my scooter. This is off topic, but I usually follow them on this GoTrack scooter, but currently it is out of commission. I rode it one day. The next day I went to ride it, and check this out. So it's charged, full bars, and when I turn the throttle, nothing. You can hear that? The wheel turns. If I turn the wheel by hand, see, it turns by foot. But as soon as I crank the controller, it locks up. And I've already released the brake. I undid this all the way. This is completely released here. This is the handle brake. So that's not on, and obviously it rotates. So the motor is somehow locked up. So we're gonna have to try to troubleshoot that, see what happens there. Nothing. I've tried every which way. Anyways, back to this. I'll throw you guys up on a stand and we'll get this stuff loaded up. Truth be told, we really have no woodwork. Not even much of a mechanic, but I've tried. That one almost buckled. Alright, well, if you're anything like me, you can't just leave these beat up sitting here doing nothing. Put them back together before I put them away. This is a case of using up my drywall screws. Alright, those are good to sit out in the yard for another 10 years. Actually, now that I think of it, I might just use for a side. They're actually fairly sturdy. Plus, you know what? You could saw into them without breaking your blade, drill into them. That'll do for something. I can use that. Hey, you guys. Guys are knocking my stuff around. Dogs are knocking all the shit around. Waiting patiently with the ball. Both of them. Oh man, are you gonna throw it or what? What kind of a neighbor are you? Alright, got this side here. Let's see if I measured right to the inside. I think I might have cut it one width too long, the side pieces. Alright, I am falling in love again with this T-door, this jacking table. Down. Fantastic. Hold it. So 3 feet? Something like that. Let's check it out. Actually, only 2.5 feet. So 2.5 feet. But it's been fantastic. Put things I'm working on, lift them up, or put something on it, lift it up, put it in the back of the truck. Although now I have the excavator too, so a lot of things saving my back. Alright, first cut right over here. Alright, so in one of my last videos, from last year. We were cutting stuff outside, and this poor saw has been beaten over the years, and those bearings don't sound very good, and it doesn't work if it's on a long cord, because the brushes are just beat to hell. I probably could take it apart and put new brushes in. Lucky for me, in-laws had an estate sale, and I was able to procure this one. Skill saw. This one's a Black & Decker. Feel about the same, 7 1/4 inch, 120, 60 hertz. 1/4 inch, 25 to 60 hertz. 12 amps, 4600 RPM. 13 amps, 5000 RPM. Bit of a stronger thing, but look what I noticed right away. Cut through the cord and put it back together. Let's just check out the handiwork, electrical handiwork here. I see bare wire already. Let's see what we got going on. How did they do this? Tape goes both ways, which is now frowned upon. Well, the tape job was good. Let's see what they're holding the wires together with, though. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, probably, it's probably fine. That's fine. It's actually knotted up even. That looks like farming fix for sure. That there's anything wrong with that if it works. There's a lot of tape. Alright, and there's the other one. Again, probably just fine. Alright, you know what? Well, I'm half-assed good with that, so we're just going to wrap that back up, pretend we didn't see it. Oh no, we're going to say we did see it, and it's passable. It's a strong connection, it's not just twisted, it's all knotted up there. Could take that apart and put butt connectors on it and stuff, and may not even be as good. Argue that point in the comments. If you would like. We're going to reuse this quality tape. Alright, who's good with that? I am. Moment of truth. Ooh. That sounds good. Carpenter pencils are always hard to sharpen, even with the right sharpener. 2.5. 2.5. Alright, what's the best way to stand this up? To kind of put it together while it's standing up. Now here's the question. Should you build the entire thing with the sides on the inside of everything or on the outsides? Because if you build it on the outsides, when you put a shelf in, it would be still 4 feet, right? And if you put everything on the inside, build a shelf, and you want it to go right across, that would be less than 4 feet. Put them on the inside, I'll have to cut it all down. 1.5 inches, right? 2 times 3/4. So I guess we'll put the sides and the outsides on the outside. In that case, I could put this on the floor and build it up this way. Pretty much have to have this on the top and stand everything up around it. Let's figure this out. Oh, who's coming to see me? Who's coming to see me? It's Pepper. Peps, hi Peps. Hi Peps, yes. Are you coming to visit? Eating all the dog food? Uh-oh, here comes your compatriot. Curly. Pepper and Curly. Find a ball, Curly? Did you find a ball in my garage? I found a ball, man. What are you gonna do with that ball, Curly? What are you gonna do with that ball? Oh, you're gonna drop it there. And Pepper's gonna take it. You want me to throw it? Better than Camerata's dogs, at least just put the ball down.
Buddy, what's that? Is that a stick? Is that a stick off a deer?
Ready, Curly? All right, time to glue and screw. Got a little bit of Gorilla Glue left. This is actually really good wood glue I've found. Probably sacrilegious to some of you wood folk. We use up these drywall screws. That's probably way more than I need. Hold her steady. My first section. All right, there we go. Let's start. We will continue on around. There's your problem, lady. All right, I'm gonna have to admit it. I'm out of glue. I'm out of the good glue. A man can admit his shortcomings. Half the battle. Just need a hair more for this one piece, anyways. All right, there. Let's finish this. Finish this one piece. Tiny bit of a gap right there down the bottom here. See that? Not touching. I'm pretty sure it's square. So I'm just going to move the sawhorse that's in there. You can see the leg of it there. Back. Oh yeah, look at that. A little weight right here. That would do it. Boop. Perfect. Well, there we go. We got part of a box happening. I like to have all my corners as straight as possible, even though I'm no expert. I had built holders for saddles, and they hung here. See, I had eye hooks here, and they're made out of a 2x4 this way, and then one this way, with another hook on the back here. And you could hook them in and put it down, and then unhook it and move it. Right now they're moved out to the watershed outside where Shannon was using them last year. So I'll be able to repurpose them, or build something similar to hang the 2 saddles in here. So there should be enough room for a thin shelf here for sliding pads in, then 2 saddles, shelves on this side for buckets with, you know, whatever preparations and brushes and stuff, and then still a piece down here for either a large Tupperware or something, just like that. Slide under it, because these Tupperwares are full of other junk and these pads. So that's the idea. I also put the good side of the wood on the inside so that, you know, nothing got caught, and when she had the doors open, it looked nice and stuff. So all the good wood is on the inside. Not sure if there's a good side to that piece. And yeah, just made it a little nicer on the inside. Outside is not a care. I'm either going to paint that or it's just going to be outside in the shed anyway. So just wanted her to have a nice face on the inside. That's it. We'll get it finished up. The wifey and I lifted this behemoth up on end, so now there she is. So now we need a center piece. The shelves going on this side. Gonna leave a big bottom again for that. And then this side is gonna be the saddles. Yeah, you know, I just said I would do it 71 by 28, but of course that doesn't give you the ability to get 2 cuttings out of a 4-foot section. So you pretty much have to make it. The shelves 24, a little shorter than the entire width, but I think that's okay. You reach into a cupboard, you don't need the shelf right at the edge here, right? And then of course you can get 2 cuttings, one for there and one for the shelves. Now think of that stuff. Don't want to waste a whole bunch of wood. Money. Money. These sheets of plywood are almost $100 each Canadian. Expensive trees. Good at both ends. Good to cut it square, put it on the guard edge. Not 100% sure if I need these, but another! This time, Pro Straw. bath now. We got lots of room here, so maybe I'll just cut it right to the front. It fit, Pepper. Pepper came to congratulate me. Did you come to congratulate me? We're actually making a piece of wood fit. Curly too. Danica was bad. She wanted to follow Mum to horse lessons down the road, so she had to get the rope. Can't get it in there now like that. Of course, these are glued on, so I have to undo that and unglue it. Pry bar. Pry bar, everybody, pry bar. Oh, that glue is good. There we go. This time I'll put lots on, I won't be able to go off. That's what happens when you're not a carpenter. Is that enough room for pads? Let's see. Let's throw a pad up there, see how many pads she has. Here's the pads I'm thinking of. 48 inches exactly. Right here, 2 saddles, 2 shelves. Okay, that's good. Need some pieces like this. Look out, puppy dog. Ooh, actually getting lucky. I need short screws like that now to go through the 1x and the plywood only. These ones are too long. Go on the 2x4, so let's see if I have enough shorties. There's a few in here anyways. I hate having to run to the store or put everything on hold or go to the store tomorrow. And another one. Alright, perfect. Got some shorties. Oh. Was I supposed to be showing you that top part? Centerpiece, shelf. These. So found one of these. These are the saddle holders. If you still wanted it out here, you just have to go like that. And you got yourself a saddle holder right there on the wall. So super simple design. You just have to put one of these hooks anywhere you want. Those eyelets over there in the back, wherever you want to put it. And so I would just put an eyelet back here, and obviously I'd have to shore it up in the back there. With the wrong hand. I wonder if they have a left-hand machine. But, I mean, most lefties have to use the same machine, right? You have to palm that button. That's a bit of an aside, but probably important for left-handed people. Perfect. So now, see, you stick that on there. You got your saddle holder. Kind of largish. Kind of ugly wood too. Got lots of 2x4s left. Instead of this big ugly thing with a 2x6 on the bottom. Let's do that. Okay, this guy. Now how lucky am I? It just so happens I have 2 more hooks and 2 more eyelets from the last time I did this job. You have to make sure that you get this somewhat right on, because the hook, of course, comes out a bit from the wall, even if the hook is almost right up against the wall there. See, that hook is wound right into the wall, but this one here, it still needs to be that far away. But I'll measure it more directly, but pretty much a finger that far away from the edge of the board. Beauties. There. So, oh boy, that is like, oh my god, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Let's see if I can make it see that on the camera. Look at how benty that is. It's worse than a hockey stick. I'm going to press that underneath these sawhorses and see if I can't get it to somewhat straighten out. Is this one any better? Not much. Look at that bow. Oh my god. This side's this is worse than the other. When you flip it over, it's even worse. My imagination, or is the bow closer to this end? Oh, it's not even straight the other way. My wife down here to look at this, and she wanted just one shelf here actually, so that she could put her boots in. Horseshoe ladies have very tall boots. I'll show you a pair. Riding boots. Alright, we are on the last piece of the main structure here. We've got everything going for us. One last shelf. Will it fit? Uh-oh, don't fit that way. Fit this way? Yes. Alright, there we go. We are complete. On this side, see if I can get the whole thing in there. It's pretty big. Pretty big. Anyways, got the blankets. Those will all go down there. We got the saddles. They're going on here. Let's grab a saddle and check it out. Grab a saddle. Excuse me there, sweetheart. Yeah, you're in the way. We got this these saddles right here. Those are the ones that we're gonna be putting in there. Oh, ooh, that's heavy. Not as heavy as a Western saddle, of course. These are English saddles. my baby rides English. I have been called out to help. I came out at the right moment. Hello, is it windy out here? Is it windy? How are you today, dear? Too much stuff close by there. There we go. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my helmet.
Helmet time. That's a pretty saddle. Thingy there, right? Yeah, it's a camera. It's a camera. Extra. Good job saving us some money.
Let's go.
Okay, have fun. So, let's slide one in here. There we go. That's where the saddles go. She's got room for two of them. She's got two of them right there. She can put all her brushes and stuff in a box here. Room for her boots. Pads. I'll set it all up and we'll take a good picture of it. All right, last piece is the door, and I have one piece there, and I had to buy an entire other sheet of $35 wood. And I'm just using, you know, cheap sheeting, that's what they call it, basically for your roof or siding. But anyways, we're going to cut that piece up, and then we're going to put, I think I'm going to use the 1x3s to frame it out, because that'll be nice and light for a door and still give a little bit of depth to hang stuff in it. So that's what we're going to go with, and let's cut this up. This one I better cut 23 and a half, right? Where's the rocks, so. I'm not sure if I made that very clear, but I have these which I want to frame the doors out with to give them depth. They're just so crooked. Number one, I need more. I decided I need two 12 feet per, 6 on each side, and 2 and 2 for the bottoms and tops. That means I need 2 entire ones, so I need one more. Plus I need ones for the to brace the corners. So I'm going to brace the corners like this. Then I'm going to need more for that. So I'm going to need, I'll just get 6 really straight ones, because these are just absolute garbage. So we're getting close. Just need materials. All right, let's set this up to chop on an angle. Chop on a 45, yes. Back here is the key for that. That would be undoing the back, tipping her over to the 45er. Got your 45 right there. Should just pretty much maximize it right on there. Yep. Tighten this back up, and then you just got to make sure you're cutting on the right side of your piece all the time. So best thing to do is when you measure your piece of wood, you know, if this is going to be the outside, what I do, I'm sure this is not the right way to do anything, I'm not a carpenter, is set it up like this. Just draw a line like that so you know for sure which way you're going to have the blade cut, because if you start cutting the wrong way, you're going to waste a lot of wood trying to get things right. So on this end, of course, you're going to cut in this way. This is your outside face, and then the other piece would go here, butting on this side. And we have 2 feet left over on each end. And again, so as not to waste it, once you cut this one, you would turn this is going to be the inside, that's going to be the outside. Turn it over so that you can utilize this angle by flipping that over, and then so this one's probably going to be opposite. So that's got to be careful with there. I've made that mistake many times. Sawhorses are being used. I need that stand to hold the end of the wood. Well, of course I can't find it. V-bore jacking table, which, yes sir, just like so. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's super faint. It's right there. There we go. Nice sharp edge there. Okay, we got that one done. Short end with the long end of the angle. Yep, that's a scoop. All right, so if you check it, you got that angle there, this angle here. I don't know if you can see with my hand in front of it, but these two angles meet in a nice tight corner. And there you go. Got a nice tight corner. Super tight. All right, let's get cutting all these corners. All right, so that one's for the bottom end there cut. You can see the top end here. Nice. This one might be taking off a hair more. I can see the line, the other line that I cut there. Might be a little over the edge. You can always adjust that. This one comes down the bottom here. Beautiful square. And we'll be able to start gluing and screwing here. All right, we're just going to pre-drill all these corners together. Or pre-drill all these corners so that I can screw them together. I think I'm going to put the whole thing on the floor, all the outside stuff on the floor, put it together, and then put the panel on top and screw it down. So move it all over there. Pretty sure the cement floor in here was free poured. Well, I just poured and let settle as it would. It must have dried up not exactly level because look at the giant crack across the floor there. When I set these down, it was rocking. Look at that. All right, it feels better over here. More level. All right, that's that. Throw the sheath on top. Right, cohort? And garden your food, that's what you're doing. We have a visiting dog over. Relatives brought their dog. Danica's watching her food. All right, so we gotta make sure this goes down because this is the out. I don't know why they would stencil the good side of the wood. I guess they don't expect you to paint sheathing roof. Okay, get that right on there. We're gonna square it up. One little kick and she's square. Sure. Okay, I guess we just gotta put a screw in and kick her square. Pretty good. All right. She looks square now. Top edge even, sides even. Pushing the bows a touch. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's screw her down. I have two different drills, that one and that one. My set steps from that one to that one. I don't want them to be too loose. I think this big one would be too loose for these screws. Oh yeah. See if I can find one that's right between the two. I found one between the two. I think that's the right size. All right, there's one. Orange is deep. All right, let's build one more. Perfect. Perfectly perfect. All right, here's a close-up look. The doors, when it's opened. Let's push one up against here, pretend it's on a hinge. There's the hinged door as it would be opened. A couple of hooks in here to hang bridles and straps and lunges and leads and whatnot. And with this side, open her up. Hinges right there. She'll hinge right there. I was going to put these cross braces here, corner braces, but it doesn't look like it needs them. We'll throw a level up here. Check it out. I think the floor is not level. It's not sitting on a level floor. We're just throwing my doors off. Needs to be up. About that much on that side. All right, we'll shim that. Let's see if we get better. Grab some shim material. Shimmy right there. Maybe two of these. All right, let's see how much needs. Wow, lots. There we go. Same there. Oh yeah, now perfect. And that's right on top now. Yep. That makes a hell of a difference. Yeah, look at that. Now we gotta. All right, we're gonna just Soften up a few of the edges with the old orbital here and there. Work, still work. Oh my god, look how fast it goes. It's going so fast. It's going crazy. It's going a billion miles an hour. Just knocking down a few of the edges. Telling you, this little guy is loud and mean. Super important to knock the edges off these things so when the saddles go on, it doesn't catch anything. So we'll get those nice and rounded out. Ta-da! Oh, nice and soft edges. Don't forget the doors, Ed. All right, well, this is what I found. Is some brown. What I found is some brown, and so that's what we're going with. Brown. Ooh. Looks like milky coffee. Rustic. Coffee latte. Oh, here comes a bunch of white. Oh no, now it's blue. Oh Jesus. It's robin egg blue. What color is it? I don't know what color it is yet. Blue in the middle, brown on the outside. Well, I don't know if we want if we're gonna go robin's egg. What the hell do we paint robin's egg? Better check with the customer on that one. That don't look like a Tack-Locker, does it? Oh, it could be. Cool one. All right, boss says baby blue is out. Who knows where that came from? Can't imagine what's painted baby blue that we own, but probably one of the rental houses. Or I just bought that paint and never used it. And then we have this brown, and then we have these whites. I think that we just painted our house with, so probably what we're going with now. Yeah, I think that's white. Cloud white. Not nearly as thick as paint as that other stuff. Hurrah! I think it's super important every once in a while for a man to prove to himself that he's just not a carpenter. Or a painter for that matter. So yeah, here I am doing that. lies a bit lower down. That's the last bit. I was going to put a latch on the doors. Giant Tack-Locker. And that's a Tack-Locker. Room for lots of stuff. Blankets on the bottom, room for tall boots, room for your brushes and horse gear, saddles, saddle pads. Close her up. Safe from rodents.